guys, we're back at Crossing the Nile. It's a really amazing video in which they are giving you all of the information about a cruise throughout the Nile. It's a company which wants to sell the trip, but it works because it gives you a lot of information, okay? So before we start, let's watch the video so you can get an idea of what you can find in the Nile. Just let it load. Wow, as you can see, there are a lot of things you can see by cruising the Nile. It's really amazing. I would really like to make this trip. I don't know you, but I would love to. Okay, so this is just a reading in which they will give you a lot of information about the Nile. It's really interesting and I think you will like it, okay? So it's one of the readings in which you have to fill in the blanks. So I'm going to put the tape and you are going to be filling the blanks, and at the end I'm going to give you more instructions, okay? So I put it here and then I start.
Nile. For ages, the Nile River has inspired people from around the world. Now it's your turn. The world's longest river has something to offer for everyone. Join us on an enchanting 7-day cruise to explore the wonders of the Nile. Our journey begins in Luxor. The area around Luxor is called the Valley of Kings. It has enough temples and palaces to satisfy even the biggest history buffs. Some even call the city the world's greatest open-air museum. After getting your fill of this legendary city, we set sail on the legendary Nile River.
And now we're on the river, okay? So that's the cruise you will be taking if you took it. And here you have 2 questions. What nickname does Luxor have? And why do you think it got those names? So I want you to copy these 2 questions on spare pages and send them to me, okay? Perfect. Now we can continue. I'm just going to lower this so you can see.
Your luxurious cabin will serve as your home away from home. We say that the boat sails upriver, even though we travel south. That's because the Nile flows from south to north. It is one of the only rivers to do so. You can watch desert scenery pass by from your room or from a comfy deck chair on our open-air roof. In the evening, you may eat local dishes prepared in our dining room. Be sure to try koshari, Egypt's national dish of lentils and pasta. The Nile River contains a treasure trove of wildlife. The world's longest river supplies water deep into the desert. This creates a strip of green all along its length. Keep your eye out for views of unique animals, such as the famous Nile crocodile. You can spot many birds like herons and ibises. These were sacred to the ancient Egyptians. We will stop at many temples on our cruise. Be sure to look for carvings along the walls of the temples of all the animals you saw along the way. Our final stop is Aswan. This city is as far south as we can travel by boat in Egypt. Further south, the Aswan Dam blocks our progress onwards toward the middle of Africa. But this dam is essential. For thousands of years, the Nile flooded the area around the river. The floods brought life to the area, but destroyed many towns along its shores. Today, the dam doesn't just prevent the Nile from flooding, it also brings power and water to the whole country.
Okay, stop. You have 2 more questions, okay? You must also copy them and answer them. And then we go for the ending.
We will stay in Aswan an extra day. There is something for everyone here. You can take a day trip on a felucca. This traditional Egyptian sailboat will bring you to the ruins along the shoreline. Shoppers will absolutely love the souk, a vibrant market district. Naturalists can experience life in a typical oasis, a center of life in the middle of the dry desert. Visitors of all kinds must take a day trip to Abu Simbel. This World Heritage Site features rock temples built directly into the side of a mountain. Here, larger-than-life statues guard the entrance to an ancient pharaoh's tomb. This temple contains some of the best examples of ancient Egyptian culture. It is often used as a set for movies about mummies. After our unforgettable visit to Aswan, we head back downriver to return you to Luxor. On the way north, you can sit outside by our rooftop pool. You can relax and reflect on the amazing sights you have just seen. This cruise is the perfect vacation for every type of traveler. So, if you are traveling in Egypt, join us.
Okay. And you have 2 more questions, which you also must copy and answer. So, it's 6 questions that must be copied and answered on your spare pages. You will send a picture of them to me, okay? Don't forget the grammar check, it's important, okay? So it goes, sequencing words, remember, first, next, later, then. So write the sequence words to tell me what's the order in which you made things. Now, for this, I want you to make a summary, but in this case, you're going to make like a diary. Like if you had taken the cruise and you were telling your best friend or your mom or your cousin all about it, okay? So I want it really nicely written and I want you to include all of the information, okay? So you must write at least 3 paragraphs. If not, you are not going to put all of the information, okay? Perfect. That's it for now. See you next video.